Good morning. It's Saturday, which is no wait a minute, it's Friday here, which is Saturday in the Middle East. So I've got a hangover. I'm lying in bed. I just thought I'd stick something together about how news is used or abused or what have you in markets. This is our daily Gulf Keystone chart here. Each day up here was worth about $100 million with the volume times the share price. And down here it's considerably lower, of course, but a big day for Gulf Keystone is $100 million changing hands. If I pull up this chart of euro dollar, you look at the daily euro dollar, each one of these candles is several trillion dollars. The currency markets are about, I think it's $5.3 trillion, either for euro dollar or for the whole market. But anyway, it's a lot of money, and it takes a lot more money to move this around than it takes to move Gulf Keystone around. A lot more. You're talking about governments and the biggest organizations on the planet. They're the only people that can really do it for any length of time, and even then, only for a period. Anyway, looking at a 4-hour chart, what I was looking at recently was this area here. If you look up here, every time there's this big buying, price comes back down to the big buying, and then off it goes again. So here's decision made to go higher, here's decision made to go higher, and each time this happens, price comes back down, tests it, and off it goes again. So I was looking for an area here back in time where that hasn't happened. So the demand, the buying area there is still fresh. And from yesterday, which is around here, the first area like that is here. So what I would do is I'd look in closer at this. So if we go down to an hour, say, here it is there. You can go down further. You can actually go all the way down to 1 minute and the like, but I think I'll go down to 5 minutes. So here down in 5 minutes, I haven't rehearsed this, so this box might be a little bit too small. But there's down to 5 minute chart. This is where the decision, actually there's a decision made up here to go higher. So I would probably put the box there because that's where price might turn if it got back here. Go back out to the 4-hour and see what's happened. Just there, where I put the top of the box, that's where the first reaction was. Ping, off it goes. Didn't rehearse this, but you see this so often. If I go back down to the 5 minute again and put the box down to there where the decision was made and it was retested just in here, back out to 4-hour. Okay, so you see it's still there, and even here you can see the reaction to where that the top of this box was now, and then it comes down here into the we call it a fake out zone, but it doesn't matter. So what's this got to do with news and manipulation? Well, if I go down onto a 5-minute chart once more, and this time this is yesterday, so here we go. This is what's currently happening. This is yesterday, and right here, this is a news event. And what does the news event do? Everyone that's been buying in here, maybe you've bought in here, you put your stop under there. The news event, in a matter of minutes, just drops like a stone. And where does it go? It goes into the demand zone that you could have created way back on the, what's this? This is the 5th, so a few days ago. So a few days ago you set up for where your trade's going to be here. Is there anything in the news that tells you that's going to work? Yeah, because you have this particular service here. Where are we? Forex factory calendar. So here's yesterday, and on my clock, where are we? There's a US dollar. So this euro, it's this that actually did the ECB press conference. So when that happens, 4:30. Here's 4:30, and it just drops down here. This is where people buy in. How do you know it's safe to buy in at this point? well, if you go down to the 1 minute, I was sat in a bar at this point. I wasn't looking at this. But if you go down to here, what you can see is price pings off this area. It comes up, doesn't quite have the strength, drops back down, and here big guys buy in. And you know big guys have bought in because it breaks one of these as you're dropping here. Drops, makes a high, drops, makes a high, drops, and here it breaks just here, this point, so it's broken this high. It's actually, this is called a flag, this entire area here, and this gets broken right there. So you're looking for somewhere to buy once this retraces. And where does it retrace to? This little decision point here, right there. This tiny little decision. So right in here, price decided to go higher, and this is where it decided to break that. And when it comes back there, this is like the best buy point you will find in a market. You buy in there and off it goes. And where do these guys get out? Well, they get out at the first sign of trouble. It's where they take some off. First sign of trouble is where price decided, decision points are very important. It decided to break this. So you look at that, this line made with the crosshairs. This is where it decided to break. This is where it comes up to. First positions come off, and that halts the rise a bit. And the target they're probably aiming for is there. I think it was Nimo was asking how I draw in boxes. There you go. So I would expect it to come up here. Might not do that. It may have already hit the top, because this is also what I call a Quasimodo, where you get high, low, higher high, lower low, comes back up there. It's like a head and shoulders, but one shoulder's lopsided, hence Quasimodo. So there's like your one shoulder, this is your head, this is your second shoulder. Yeah, didn't quite get that right, but anyway, it's a Quasimodo. So, is this important any other time? Yep, it is. And I'll show you somewhere I made 20% of my account. Again, I was in a bar when it happened. I'll go out to the daily. See at this point here. This is the 19th of June. I pulled up on my calendar here, 19th of June. Wednesday, 19th of June, 9 o'clock in the evening, big dollar news. All these things happened. So this is a red flag, orange. So all this is happening. Traders are waiting for this to happen. There's going to be a reaction. Which way is it going to react? That's really what everyone's looking at. Which way is it going to react? Well, price can tell you which way it's going to react. Same thing I was looking at before. You have these points here where price drops and doesn't return, and here everyone was watching what's going on in this area, because price drops, doesn't return back into this area, and they know the news is coming. So is there anything telling you what might happen when the news comes? Yeah, there is. Down to 4 hour. Right here in the 4 hour, you see what I call compression. A few people call it compression, which is price comes up and it spikes down, and every time it spikes down, it's taking away buy orders. So it's taking away buy orders. So there's no orders in here. There's no sellers, no buyers. Price is free to drop completely through this. So this has been set up in advance to drop, and that's what it does. And where does it drop? Well, if we go over to this point that I marked up, and we get a little bit more accurate about it. You see price went up, it stayed in this area, and then it decided, or the decision was made, there was big selling, and it dropped from there. When price gets back to that level, that's what happens. Drops like a stone, and I took my profit off about in here somewhere, because I thought this might be as much as you could expect to get. It went much further, but this was 20% of my account from there to there, and I didn't want to lose it. So, and this is 9 o'clock in the evening, bang on, news happens, and it drops like a stone. And that's how news is used in the currency markets, and I can't see that it would be any different with Gulf Keystone either. Anyway, that's more than enough for me. See ya.